yourself. Here, some money, some food, off into the world, seek your fortune, learn how to shudder. He was a good father. He threw his son out into the wide world to learn for himself. And so the lad went on, his cap on his back and a whistle on his lips, and he walked and he walked and he walked and he walked. And everywhere he went, he tried to learn how to shudder, but he couldn't find anyone or anything that would teach him. He was afraid of nothing. Until, Tom, you're looking so thin. Tom, you're looking really thin. Tom, I wonder if you're thin enough to squeeze through the bars of the cage and get the key that's on the belt of the sleeping Cyclops. So Tom, he stood up and he went over to the bars of the cage and he stretched through. And the belt, the key, was going up and down and scoring the belly of the Cyclops. And he stretched. And he comes back in. He goes to the front of the cage, puts the key out, back into the lock, and pushes the door open. And the two of them, they quietly step out of the cage and walk to the front of the tent. And the cage door, it swings closed behind. Bang! And it wakes the Cyclopses up. They're escaping! Quick, after them! And Tom and Jack, they run out of that tent for their lives. And the Cyclopses, they're pulling their boots on and clutching their trousers up, and they run out after them. They're escaping! After them! Hello! Hello! And Tom and Jack, they ran out of that tent for their lives. And there was Grandad's magic knot. If you look it up on the internet, you'll find it under the name of the jury masthead knot. He tied that knot so well that it lasted them all the way home. And when they got back to port and had finally escaped the island of the Cyclops, Captain Jack looked at his brother and said, "Well, Tom, I suppose I better go and see Grandad and listen to some of his stories. And I'm going to take this knot home and show it to Molly." And he did. He went home to his wife and he showed it to her. And his wife, she laughed at him. She said, "Oh, Jack, you foolish man. All sailors' wives know this knot. We call it the sailor's love knot. Because if a sailor is at sea and his mast falls down in a storm, if he ties his knot, it might get him home to the people who love him. You must say to the person that you care for every day, at least once, 'I love you.' Really, every day, once. Even if your parents have upset you, whisper it into your pillow, 'I love you.' Because if you don't say it every day, people forget about love. And then love just vanishes, like the knot. And Captain Jack and Tom, they never went on any silly adventures again. So the Cyclopses, they all lived happily ever after. Yes! Thank you. Don't. So you're pulling a rope on the ship to pull the sails up. And these ropes are really big and they're really long. And they take lots of men to pull them. And to keep the men in haul on the bowline before she starts a-rolling. Haul on the bowline, Haul on the bowline, Katie is me darling. Haul on the bowline, Haul on the bowline, the parents are a-growling. Haul on the bowline, Haul on the bowline, the children are all smelly. Haul on the bowline, haul! Ah, use that as a ripple. Good.